Hi, this is Janine from DschiniBean. After a long time of contemplating, I finally decided to subscribe to Artsnacks. It was just a few days ago that I subscribed, and then I got this in the mail, so I guess I was just like in the last couple of days of the cycle. I thought we're just gonna do a chill, try all the art supplies kind of video. I don't know if or what I'm gonna be drawing today, so let's just look what's in there. We got the cheat sheet here, but we're just gonna put that aside. We have the little package right here. Alright. Should I show on camera or should we? I'm gonna make it a surprise for you guys. So first we have the Artsnacks sticker of this month, which is Valentine's themed, I assume, because of all the hearts and because it's February. And I'm really excited to finally have one of these because I always like their sticker. Talking about Artsnacks, of course they provide you with a monthly snack, which in this case is a extreme sour warheads. I don't like blue raspberry, but you know, I'll take one for the team. Here goes nothing. Oh god. Oh yeah, it's really sour. Okay. I promise I'm not a wimp. Okay. Anyways, first art supply. Ooh, we got a Zig Art and Graphic twin pen brush pen. Let me just get my sketchbook and we'll swatch as we go along. For my sketchbook, I'm using the Illo sketchbook. Not sponsored. Why would it be? Don't ask me what I tried to draw here, but let's just erase that. Okay, let's swatch the Zig marker, or I guess brush pen, in the color mustard. Oh, it's a little dry. Okay, there we go. I don't like this color. Okay, so it's like a goldish color without the shine. So it looks a little poopy brown. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay, next up we have the Pentel Arts Hybrid Technica in black. And it's a 0.6 millimeter gel pen. Oh, it's skipping. No. This is not really a gel pen, it's more of like a ballpoint. It is very skippy, so I don't know how I feel about that yet. Maybe I just got a bad one. And then up next, we have 3 Copic markers, which are actually also the last items in this box. Very interesting colors, but also very my brand. These are alcohol markers, so I'm gonna switch over to this side. I didn't account for that because I have this on the other side and I don't want to get bleeding on it. So we'll just continue here, I guess. So we got this nice blue color. It's a Copic Chow, which is like their beginner line, or like their cheaper line, I think. And we got the brush nib and medium broad. Oh, and a chisel tip. For some reason I forgot. Yeah, of course they have chisel tips. I forgot that for some reason. And it is in the color aqua. Ah, see, that feels nice. Yes, I just spelled Copic wrong. I'm so sorry. Then we have this really pretty lavender in lilac, which currently I'm obsessed with that color. This is more purpley than I would prefer. And then we have the Copic marker in the color Buttercup Yellow. Ooh, okay. These are all the 5 items that we got in the Artsnacks, And let's look at our cheat sheet. Why did Van Gogh become a painter? Because he didn't have an ear for music. Okay, so we got our 3 Copic Chow markers at $5.49 each. Don't worry about wearing this marker out. You can refill the ink and replace the nibs, if you can afford it. Then we got the Pentel Arts Hybrid Technica gel pen, so it is a gel pen. Nah, I'm not really liking that one. It features a unique tungsten carbide roller ball tip that ensures a consistent line from the first to last mark. So, as we discovered, it does skip quite a bit, like here, 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 over there. Over there it skipped a lot in the beginning. It's great that it's water and archival safe, but I just prefer a not a Copic, a Micron. These ones. Anyways, we got the Kuretake Zig Art and Graphic Twin RBF marker. The brush tip features individual nylon bristles for painting and lettering techniques. I probably wouldn't use this pen. Maybe I just got like a bad one for lettering because, I don't know, it's not very smooth, but maybe it works well as watercolor kind of supplement. Okay, I just thought about a little bit what I want to do. I just reviewed some of the footage and I'm really sorry about all of the shaking. I didn't realize I don't have my stabilizer on. The arm that's holding my camera is attached to the table and it gets very wobbly, so I apologize about that. I layered the Copic markers on here a little bit, but I'm not really getting the effect that I was looking for. Like, I was hoping I could get a nice green, but it's just the same color, and this looks too yellow. I don't know. It just doesn't look great. Now I want to see what happens if I... Okay. I mean, what did I expect? It's gonna blend out, right? I'm really obsessed with Rapunzel at the moment. I'm going to Disney World for the first time this year, and I wanted to Disney bound as Rapunzel on my birthday, because, you know, her whole thing was like the lights on her birthday, and I thought it would just fit very well. And this is giving me like her hair and dress. This is not perfect for Pascal, but we can deal with the turquoise Pascal. I mean, he changes color, right? So I found this illustration by Kaizuka Uzuhara. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm kind of taking that as my inspiration. I don't quite know how I want to pose her yet. So the pose she is in on the original illustration, she's kind of like holding the lantern. The little Pascal is right here. And then you have her beautiful hair and just flowers all around it. But I really like the scene when she just like sees the first lantern, you know, coming up into the sky when she's on the boat with Eugene. Kind of like that sparkle in her eyes, so maybe I want to mimic that. So we could have like her looking up, kind of. Maybe she could be like reaching for the lantern. Maybe Pascal can be on her shoulder. And we could just have like this kind of a pose. So I just jumped right in and started sketching. I hardly ever draw people, especially princesses. The last time might have been like 10 years ago, I don't know. So it was definitely hard for me, we don't talk about the hands. But I was actually getting really happy with the pose and like the composition, and I just went in with my fresh kneaded eraser. And then I took this pink Prismacolor to, well, I tried out a couple, but went with this one to just line everything nicer and put in more details. And the pencil sketch wasn't super refined, so I just tried to, like, I don't know, freehand as best as I could. Pascal is turning out a little derpy, but I mean, he is kind of a derp. I rarely ever do traditional art anymore, so this was really nice, um, as opposed to just, working on my iPad and just the challenge of not being able to like undo or erase everything. It's challenging, but like in a really fun way. As I mentioned, I'm really obsessed with Rapunzel at the moment, and the colors were kind of perfect, so I was really happy how that worked out. Oh my god, here it comes. I am working on the hands. I was really putting them off, same with the face. But I think they're turning out pretty well, actually. Now let's see how the other one turns out. I'm just realizing this is like the meme with the guy and the butterfly, and he's like, what kind of bird is this? Well, that's not gonna bother me. Oh, I'm starting on her hair, which I was really excited about, but then quickly realized that it was gonna be really hard because I can't draw hair. That's another thing. But I cheated my way through it. I was debating if I'm gonna put all these flowers in her hair, but then I was thinking, like, how could I not? It's kind of like her thing, so I can't take that away from her. And Pascal really looks disturbed. I don't know if he's seen a ghost or what's going on in his little brain. Halfway through drawing her hair, I realized I forgot the little braid that braids through the braid. How many times can I say braid? But I just added that in real quick, and then I was pretty much done. Um, I did the face with pencil just because it was gonna be easier to erase, and the face might be like my least favorite part, because that's another thing I'm very terrible at. We don't talk about the eyeballs that I just drew. What the heck? Also, who else only draws like a 3/4 view of the face? Because me. I did take a break while my camera was charging and, did chores and stuff. And I came back to finish the eyeballs, and they actually turned out good. Like, I'm not mad at them. I was contemplating some time before I started, coloring in, because that's probably my least favorite part of creating art, which is kind of weird. But I just really love sketches, and seeing like the uncolored sketch right now makes me like, ugh, I wish I just left it like that. Especially in like the mid phase of coloring, it all just kind of looks, muddy, and there's not really contrast, but I know like it's gotta take some time until it looks good. So I did cheat a little and used other art supplies along these, because I was just like really happy about how it's all coming out, and I didn't want to limit myself and just, go with it because I was having fun. So I did end up using some Tombow brush pens that I had laying around to, fill in the missing colors. I almost forgot about it, but I did use the ugly yellow um water ink brush pen, and it actually looks really good there on the lantern. It gave it a nice gradient, but I struggled on the hair because of all the obstacles. But it works out in the end. So here's where I was going in with my Prismacolor pencils, and it was actually really hard to find like good matches for each of the color that, didn't look too off. So I'm going in with a lighter blonde brownish shade in the hair, which didn't help a lot with like definition, but I do end up going in with an even darker brown later on. And at this point, I was just like, oh my god, this is not turning out the way I want it. It looks terrible. I just want to scrap it. Like, I shouldn't waste any more time. But once I took the darker brown and really worked in some gradients and hair strands, it all just kind of started to come together, especially when I started to refine the flowers, because I think that is what was bothering me the most, the way the flowers were just splotched onto her hair. I ended up like drawing all over the baby breath particles that I drew because I was not having it. Like this was time consuming. I was just gonna use a white pen marker to go over the spots later. But yeah, I'm working on the flowers right now, and they're looking so much better now that they're outlined with a darker color, kind of separating from the hair. So then I took a darker pink and shaded her lips a little bit, made them too big on accident, and just moved on to the dress because I felt more confident with that. Coloring in the dress was another part where I was like, oh, it's coming together, because it just all looked very flat and unfinished, but I mean, that's the drawing process. It's not gonna look finished from the start, obviously. Here I go in with a darker purple, and that was like a perfect color match that really brought everything together, and I really like how it was starting to look. I was really struggling to find a good color for her skin, but I ended up going with this like maroon-ish color, and that worked out pretty well. And then I went into the face, which was really scary, but I just went for it. Um, she looks a little stoned there because of the pink pencil that was like bleeding into her eye whites. And that bottom lip just keeps growing and growing. That's probably the least Rapunzel part about her, and I'm really sad about it, but oh well. I refined the ruffles a bit with some gray shading, and there we're working on pastel. I think that was another thing that really needed the details to really look finished. And he got some more shading. His head looks weirdly large, I don't know, compared to his feet. I tried to go in with some white liner to lighten up her eyes a little, which worked pretty well, and then I shaded some more, and oh god, the lantern, yes. I was like, we're done, we're done. No, the lantern. Um, the sun was really detailed, and I was kind of scared to mess it up. And it's not perfect, but um it turned out well. It looks like, a lantern. That's a big plus. And then I added the random squigglies. And then I went in with the white gel pen, or I guess I'm switching to a paint marker to add in like all the little baby breaths, and that lightened up the hair a lot and made it look way cuter. And then I realized I forgot to use the gel pen, so I just went ahead and signed with it. That counts, right? I don't know. And then we were done after like over 2 hours. Okay, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. I haven't done an illustration like that in probably years. I've been really focusing on like digital art and product designs. So this is a first in a very long time. Will I stay subscribed to Artsnacks? The small Artsnacks box is around $25, I think, with free shipping in the US. Is that worth it? Is around $25 what all of this retails for in total. Sure, you get a cute sticker and maybe an art challenge and a candy that you might not want to eat because it's too sour. But then again, like, I don't need this, so we're already down to $15 of what I would have spent if I was buying my art supplies. That said, if you're a really indecisive person and you just don't know what to buy and what to get, it's a fun way to like try out new art supplies that you wouldn't normally buy yourself and challenge yourself to make something with these limited supplies. Of course, I might have cheated a little bit and used other supplies as well. But I mean, I did art today, which that doesn't happen very often. That just makes me happy and makes it worth it in my opinion. But if you are just strictly looking at the value, you get what you pay for. Let's just phrase it that way. All in all, I'm really happy with this. And I'm really happy with these, not so much with those. I'm gonna find a place for that sticker. And yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. That might also just be worth it, just to share it with others. Yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching if you've come that far. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!